everybody, Styx here with the Token Minorities, bringing you another episode of Styx versus the Top of the Ladder, and today I finally have another OU match. I broke out of my severe slump in OU using this new team that my buddy Hallucination came up with, so all shoutouts go to him for this team. And it revolves around double birds, or double flying, whichever you prefer to call it, in Talonflame and Mega Pincer, and just has a bunch of things to support it. Particularly the Scarf Magnezone, who will be able to take out all those pesky steel types that do wall flying. And looking at his team, Bisharp's going to be the only problem. Thundurus will be too, but it does not appreciate switching in. So as long as I can find a way to get free hits off, that Thundurus will not be a problem. Now looking at his team, I'm guessing that his most likely leads will be Medicham or the Breloom. I'm just going ahead and lead with my Diggersby. Now you might think that that's a really bad matchup against them, but all I need to do is just get a little bit of damage off on each. Medicham So Quick Attack is a guaranteed OHKO from Pincer, and Breloom just did break its potential Sash, which I think almost all Brelooms are running nowadays. So I do lead with my Diggersby, as we see, and he leads with his Bisharp. Now this was a kind of peculiar matchup for me because I didn't think that Bisharp had any reason leading against my team, but he does reveal right here that he is a lead Bisharp as I go for the U-turn right here. And because he went for the Stealth Rocks right here and was not fearing Diggersby outspeeding and Earthquaking, I know that this is for sure a Sash Bisharp lead, so I'm just going to go into my Magnezone right here. Now I did get a crit. That crit doesn't matter because Magnezone's Volt Switch would have been able to do enough to KO the Bisharp without the crit. I believe it did around 50%. But now that his Bisharp's trapped, Magnezone's able to come in and get off the Volt Switch to KO him, and that is one of the flying resists out of the way, which makes this game a lot more easy for me. Now, he does have Rocks up, so I don't want to switch in my Pinsir or my Talonflame, so I just decided to go into Diggersby again, because he can live a Gengar's Sledge Wave. I don't think... it cannot live a Focus Blast, but I can just play around with that, as he goes into his Breloom. Now, like I said before, I want to break this Breloom Sash, so I just decided to go for the Quick Attack, as I know I will die to a Bullet Seed, or 2 Mach Punches. I might even die to 1 Mach Punch, I'm not sure. But I just wanted to break its Sash, and that actually turns out to be a 2-hit KO, as he overpredicts right here and goes for the Rock Tomb. Now, that was huge. I don't know why he decided to switch out right here, because I'm almost positive a Mach Punch could have killed at that range, and even though I outsped, Rock Tomb would have been able to lower my speed as it did, which would have allowed him to outspeed me and KO with Mach Punch. However, knowing that he's going to switch into Gengar, I decide to go ahead and switch into my Azumarill, which may have been a dumb play, but I'm pretty sure that my Azumarill, who is pretty heavily invested in special defense, will be able to take a Sludge Wave from even a Life Orb Gengar. I mean, it might not, but who knows. As he does go for the Destiny Bond right here, I just decided to go for the Waterfall and not the knockoff, because I actually was kind of predicting a switch into Medicham or Breloom right there. Yeah, kind of a dumb play, but I mean, it worked out really well for me, as he's down to 2% and any attack on my team will be able to kill him. And right here I decided to go into my Magnezone. Now, this might have been a dumb play, but it might have looked like a dumb play, but had he just gone for the Destiny Bond again, Magnezone would have outsped and KO'd. And also, I was okay with sacking Magnezone at this point, because it really didn't do much for me at all besides get a dent off of Azumarill. But I decided that Magnezone was the best to sack, as he does go for the Shadow Ball and reveal that he has Life Orb. So my Magnezone goes down, but so does his Gengar, meaning that I can spam Quick Attacks, which will hurt like the dickens against his team. Now, right here, we have an empty field. So I am just going to go into my Latias right now, because it outspeeds the Breloom, Azumarill, and Medicham, and it can live a hit from the Thundurus. I believe even a Jolly Life Orb Thundurus with max attack and knockoff wouldn't be able to KO. Don't quote me on that. I just am heavily invested in HP, so I figured I would be able to live that and get off the Defog, as I am okay with sacking my Latias to get the Defog off, because Talonflame and Pinsir will be the MVPs in this match, as he just decides to go for the T-Wave right here, revealing that he does not have the knockoff, and I'm just able to go for the Defog and get rid of those rocks on my side, which will be very, very beneficial later, meaning that Talonflame and Pinsir can switch in freely. He goes for the Volt Switch right now. I just went ahead and went for the Draco, as it would kill the Thundurus, Medicham, and Breloom, and even if he wanted to switch in Azumarill, well, that's good on him. Then I had enough priority to be able to take care of the Azumarill. But Breloom does come in and does get rocked by a Draco Meteor, and that's a dead Breloom. So that thing did not turn out to be as much of a thorn in my side as I thought. But right here he goes into his Azumarill. This is obviously a Belly Jet set, otherwise he would have brought it in sooner. Now, normally I'd be in a really bad position because I am paralyzed and -2 in special attack. However, this Latias has a little trick up its sleeve that people have actually made fun of me for using, but it works really well, as it is revealed that this is a Belly Drum Azumarill, but I am able to nail it with an Earthquake. Now that crit helped a little bit, but it really didn't matter because Talonflame's Brave Bird would have been able to take it out regardless, as well as Diggersby's Quick Attack. And I think the only thing that would have been able to take it out was maybe Mega Pinsir's Quick Attack, but I'm not sure on that. But that Earthquake did just enough damage to where I can take it out with all 3 of those priority. And also, Earthquake is very useful in Heatran, which loves switching in on the Lottie duo. So, it works, guys. Just trust me on this one, it works. As he is able to KO me with the Waterfall. And down goes Latias, who actually did way more work than I was intending it to. I was actually just kind of sacking it. But right here, Talonflame comes in. I will be able to KO it with the Brave Bird. I don't want to play around with any predictions or anything, so I just decide to go straight for the Brave Bird, which actually does a very nice chunk on the Thundurus, to where I might be able to get a damage roll to where I'd take it out with another Brave Bird, but I don't want to play around with those. I know I will outspeed with Flare Blitz, so I just decide to go for that right now, which KOs the Thundurus. He is able to paralyze me. Not really a big deal, I just rely on priority anyway. Although it will matter if I get paralyzed, but not really at this point because Mega Pinsir does clean up as Azumarill comes back in, is unable to KO me with the Aqua Jet, and I am able to KO him back with the Brave Bird. So now all he has left is his Medicham, which is obviously his Mega. I'm going to go into my Pinsir, who can outspeed in regular form and Mega form, so even if he has Fake Out, I will be able to outspeed him regardless on the second turn. And I will just Mega Evolve right here and destroy him with a Return, which will seal up the game for me. And yeah, down goes the Medicham, and that will be the game. This was actually a very fun match against Hyper Offense. It was only 14 turns, but as you saw, there was a lot of thought that went into these different moves. And looking at this guy's ranking, he was 1942, which was, I believe, number 16 on the ladder at the time. And once again, shoutouts to Hallucination for this team. It's an awesome team, even though it doesn't have Stealth Rocks, which a lot of people look at and go, "Ugh." I love it. It works really, really well. And also, I don't have to worry about defogging away my own rocks because, like I said, I don't have rocks. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And this is Styx, signing out. Why not? See you guys.